Okay, we are back. We are back. Having a lively debate about how to pronounce one of the player on sireaLz names. This guy right here. Is it Vo or Vose or is it?
I'm just gonna go with Vox because I'm an American. If I were French, I'd say Vose. If I were French, I would say
and
Vose.
Is it Vox or is it Voxy?
I'm just gonna say Vox. I'm gonna say Vox.
Vox?
I don't know.
We're just going to say Vox.
I do want to do a reintroduction for the YouTube clip. So, I myself am Savage here with my co-caster.
HawpT.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, look, a little bit of a proper introduction. Now, so we do have sireaLz versus iNTACT eSports. I just want to get the YouTube clip right. That's all I'm saying.
Round 5 of ESEA Season 26 Intermediate underway here. Just coming off of a roster switch for iNTACT, we now have Michu and Stylen joining the team. Welcome, boys, and let's see how you can do. Let's get this started here. Let's get it warmed up with a nice little knife round action.
Now, I always love to see the T-side strats coming out here on the knife round. Never know what they're gonna do. They choose to just rush the outside. Pretty typical. I was maybe looking for something a little bit more high level here.
I mean, they did manage to purchase 2 bayonets and a butterfly knife. Those are excellent choices of weaponry. We see the butterfly knife coming out with 2 already. Michu going ham for iNTACT. Ooh, but some quick trades. Enemy bayonet. That's a 4K. With the butterfly for Michu.
Excellent buy here from Michu. Let's see if he can capitalize on it. This will be a lot of economy for him if he's able to get this wrap
up. It's a blue
up.
steel. They're not the most expensive in the world. Maybe that'll put you like 60 big smackers in the hole or something.
Yeah,
it's 80.
It's a tough one. I don't know. After the gambling sites got shut down, it's tough now.
What's the float on it?
I don't know what the float is. I can't tell you.
Anyway, so iNTACT going to be on the CT side of Nuke. A very difficult CT side, in my opinion, to play. One of the most difficult, in fact, especially now that most terrorist teams are very comfortable smoking and executing onto the A site with a lot of utility and really making it hard for you to get the angles you want to play, making it hard for you to trade, and not really knowing where they're going in the map. Let's see. sireaLz looking like they're going to be fast towards the ramp room.
And yeah, a little bit of play toward the B site here, but they are shut off by the Molotov. Interesting play for VicX there, opting to go for the Molotov. He gets flashed out. Vox, he's able to find Enfo quickly as they rotate into the ramp room, but do they choose to go Hell? Primo moving in. Imperious, is he able to find one? He's able to find one headshot onto Primo.
And this is an interesting wrap coming out here. More kills coming in. It's a 3-on-3, but we don't really know. We have terrorists in Hell and terrorists on the A site. And as the CTs and VicX is like, what is going on? Get out of here. But unfortunately, he gets traded. And we're now on the 2-on-2. 2-on-1. Michu, the last remaining CT player. This is kind of mad round. The terrorists just covered almost half the map. It's just...
I mean, what do you even say about that? Michu, he's going to try to pinch out anything from Mini, Lightstout. He's going to sit in nice and comfortable, sitting inside the shed, tries to get the knife. He's not able to get anything. Lightstout actually is able to get Michu, and that's so devastating for the CT side. If he was able to get that knife, that would have been a huge boost for iNTACT.
And Michu was so good in the knife round with that butterfly knife. Unfortunately, coming up 24 HP short of the kill this time. If only he'd right-clicked instead of left. I don't think he knew the player was lit. Anyway, that is going to be a Galil coming out as the rifle buy and 4 SMGs accompanying for sireaLz. Let us see where they opt to push. They definitely show they like running ramp room in some situations, but not even a player inside of radio this time. Maybe looking to take some outside control, flash into some of these angles, and maybe split A?
Looks like they might be going toward the... Yeah, they are going to molly down, out. Nobody's going to peek them from secret. Michu, he's going to push. Not gonna able to find anything. Bubba's gonna clean him up. Able to find VicX as well. Lightstout. So much economic damage coming out for those SMGs. But Enfo and Stylen, they're able to pick up 2 quickly. Not too bad of an eco round there for iNTACT. They did have the CZs and armor. You do hope to win those rounds if you're FaZe or something like that. But 2 kills, not too bad for your money on Nuke.
And this is a map. I'm not actually too worried about going down a couple rounds on the CT side here. I think it's very easy to get some momentum going when you're playing T and string rounds. So definitely not going to be too frustrating to lose pistol and some subsequent rounds here. But we will be needing to see some more effort from iNTACT on the buy rounds.
Saxton, he's able to pick up one. Light Stout finds one. He's been finding a lot with that MAC-10. And third, 2 quick headshots for him. Let's make that 4. Takes out the CZ, able to pick up his last, and that's a 4K for Light Stout. Amazing round for him. So much money. My God, that MAC-10, he's going to be up to 10K already. Quintuple digits.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, my mother told me when I was young, money doesn't go on trees, but she didn't play CS and use a MAC-10.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, she couldn't. She's too old.
She doesn't know.
She's too old. She can't play video games.
But this is the year 2017, and we are going into our gun round. Light utility and no AWP coming out for iNTACT, and fast aggression coming out from sireaLz.
He's not able to pick up anything. He actually gets a kill onto his teammate. Michu, he's able to get 3. My God, in the smoke on top of the hut. Able to get a 4th as well with the headshot on the USP. Amazing round from him. And VicX chiming in with 1 as well, I believe. I mean, great round from iNTACT, shutting down the A site.
Yeah, I think they didn't expect the player on top of hut because he wasn't like immediately peeking when they opened the door. So they probably thought, they're like, okay, well, if he was on top of hut, he'd already be shooting at us, and we checked it. But then coming out late, gets like a 3-man spray down, and then finishes off the 4th USP. Great job from him holding down that round. sireaLz gambling on the fact that the CTs wouldn't be ready for a very fast hit, but that's actually going to favor the CTs who don't have the utility to play later into the round. Enfo, I think we might have missed a flash there, or else that could have worked out for him. But that is man advantage for the Ts. And this is a map where you can rotate players in some crazy ways.
Vox, he is lit up. Only 24 HP, but he's able to find Imperious headshot. VicX trades out Light Stout. Now, 1-man advantage here for sireaLz. This is a great spot to be in for the terrorist side. They're going to rotate all the way down to the B bomb site. They're going to take this down secret. But they will leave 1 player to lurk. That's good. Michu, he's going to want to go rotate down through this vent. He's going to hear those rotations coming in from the T side.
And this is kind of what I was saying about players on this map being able to rotate in crazy ways to different positions. It's hard to know at any time where the terrorists are going to go. Does VicX... Oh, that's his teammate in smoke. I thought that was a terrorist perspective for a minute, and I almost panicked.
That would have been horrifying. But Vox, he's on the lurk. He might find both of these players here in Vent if the timing is kind to him. It is a 3 versus 3. iNTACT thinks that they have a good advantage here. They don't expect anybody rotating behind them in Vent. Primo, my God, 2 amazing headshots from him this round. Saxton, he's able to find 2 as well to close out the round. That'll be a 4th round for sireaLz. And now we'll move into the 6th round, and iNTACT's economy is in shambles.
It absolutely is. Here comes another one of those speed bump resets. You win 1 round, and subsequently lose a couple because you just don't have the money. I think they'll be able to buy next round for sure, and you see that they're making sure they save enough to do so. Very, very skimpy buy coming out from them. Looks like they're trying to stack the A site, hoping that sireaLz won't make some mistakes, give them the eco frags, and maybe keep some guns to save into the next round.
But P250s only go so far. Only 1 CZ as well. And sireaLz, they have been doing a fairly good job of maintaining the outside control. They found a lot of frags here the past few rounds. And so that's been really big for them. Michu, he finds 1 with that P250 through the squeaky door. But they do have full outside control. Maybe they have the intel that this is going to be an A stack. So Primo, he's going to lurk down the secret, see what he can find. Vox, he's going to find Enfo and find Michu as well. VicX trades 1, but Vox is able to get a 3rd kill. Imperious trades out Vox. Saxton, he'll pick up Imperious. So trades are favoring the T side so far. And Stylen can't pick up 1. Primo finally does get the assist, but there's a different round where he picks up that kill on the bomb planter and instantly is able to find the other on site. That was way too close for sireaLz.
Yeah, even if he just backed off and was able to play the round, he bought himself like at least another 40 seconds while the bomb had to get replanted and set to maybe play it from a different angle or find something to come back in that. But that is excellent damage, and they are going to get a little bit of kill reward from those kills. Fast, outside, coming from sireaLz.
But they do get flashed. That'll shut down the aggression. Imperious. That's through the Molotov. That's a tough shot. He gets the shoulder peek. Spray down on the Light Stout. Saxton, he's been so good on the AWP. He's had a lot of kills. Enfo gets Vox. And Vox, that kill's been huge because Vox has been the entry kill so far for sireaLz. So maybe that'll shut down some of that momentum coming out. Bubba, he gets one more.
Looks like Enfo was trying to come up out of secret. As gets shut down. There is a player watching that angle, sir. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You did not get the kill. Would have been 300 if that was a rifle kill, but it is not in the cards for him. And this is the slowdown coming out from the T's. Looking to maybe hit this A site with 30 or 40 seconds left. They do have a fair bit of utility left. Oh, no. And here it goes. Creeping through radio. Stopping for a drink at the vending machines. And making sure that no counter-terrorists are pressing up behind you. They're going to be running into Stylen in any moment now.
Stylen's in a good position. They are expecting it. They do find him. Bubba, so much patience coming from him. They're going to take this B site nice and easy. One player might be in the vent. They're doing a good job of watching that. Michu knows. He's rotating. Does find one. Tries to... doesn't actually peek the bomb planner. Does know there's one right on the other side of this door. Tries to get the spray. 2 versus 2. iNTACT. So difficult to take this B bomb site back as this counter-terrorist side.
And there's no way that Michu knows that another player has already wrapped around him and is now in the vents. And VicX won't know either. They still have a Molotov as well. This is going to be a very hard time to retake. And VicX, with his back turned to washroom, does get shut down. And that is a 6th round on the board for sireaLz. That's a dominant way to start off your bank and your T side. Let's see. Saxton going big. 10-2. Props to him. And Style and Enfo. Come on, boys. Let's pick up some more weight. Let's get some more kills. Let's start getting some CT rounds on the board. Because while T side, you might be able to win 8 or 9 without too much struggle, it's going to be hard to win 10 or 11. Fast A aggression here. Silent dancing around with P250 gets knocked down, and that's the site for sireaLz.
Doesn't look to be too kind for iNTACT here, round 8. Definitely going to sireaLz, it looks like, as we do have all the pistols for iNTACT. No utility to do anything for the retake. Primo, easy headshot as he hears him pushing up the ladder. And now, full control for sireaLz. Nothing to be had for iNTACT. They'll just be moving in. Saxton, another kill for him on the AWP. So many clean kills for him this game. That will be 12 for him so far.
Yeah, sireaLz, all the players really doing a lot of damage. You see even their bottom fraggers have 3 assists each. I'm seeing a lot of assists pop up in the kill feed, so it's they're doing a good job at playing the same positions and getting trade kills, or even just assisting each other and not even having to trade because nobody's dying. But gun round, still no op coming out for iNTACT. This is that unfortunate sort of economic pace that just puts you back a little too far to be able to afford those weapons and any sort of utility into these rounds. But
we've
the
seen
M4s can do the job.
We've seen iNTACT really strong with the AWP setup so far this season, and right now they haven't even been able to pick up one. Stylen is able to pick up Light Stout, but Bubba, he picks up Enfo as well outside. So they are going to spread out the CT side a little bit more here. Michu finds Saxton through the smoke. Greedy play for Saxton, just pushing right through the smoke dry with the AWP. Really interesting play for him. Michu backs off smartly down the vents, and Primo, he's going to rotate to Secret. Really interesting from iNTACT, they've chosen to just give up Secret most of the time and choose to play more in sites, both on B and on A.
It's a powerful position on the map. Ooh, Imperious getting found there. Secret is definitely powerful, and it may come into play. There is still a terrorist lurking around that position. Michu coming back out of the vents. Has already eaten one op player alive. Let's see if he can collect himself some AKs. And Stylen, does he know where the bomb is? I think he must know. The bomb's at the bottom. Ooh, there's the secret play coming into effect as Primo takes down Stylen.
That's been a gap for the CTs so far, and sireaLz doing an amazing job of capitalizing on that gap from iNTACT. But now, bomb is going to go down. The 2 versus 3 retake to iNTACT. Let's see if they can find anything here on this retake. They need to make something happen. The momentum has been crushed for them, but they need to get a small snowball rolling down the mountain so that they can eventually cause an avalanche on Nuke. Because it's not going to happen with only one round on CT side.
A nuclear avalanche.
A nuclear avalanche. We've seen it before.
That sounds like the next hit disaster film that's going to be coming out this summer.
With all the disasters going on now.
We finish this post-plant scenario. Michu finds one, traded. VicX, able to find Primo, the last player. No kit! And here's Roundup music. He knows he can't do it. Oh no, that,
Oh crap.
That was a fantastic CT impression.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do it on Discord enough, I guess, whenever I can't defuse a bomb, and that happens a lot to me, so.
Well, I'm impressed.
I mean, I get to practice well enough. Economy looking really poor for iNTACT, moving into round 10, 8 rounds to sireaLz, and their economy actually isn't looking too hot itself. We see players under $4,000 for the T side. That's not what you want. They will be able to buy for a couple rounds here, but if iNTACT just gets 1 round or 2 rounds on the board here, they will be able to crush the economy of sireaLz and pick up a few more.
And this looks like a tac pause coming out, probably from iNTACT, trying to figure out how they can get back into this game, pick up some more rounds in your CT half. Yeah, let's talk about Saxton being like a complete idiot and like walking out of his smoke with like, and it's not even like
he's feeling himself,
that's not
man.
Even, I know it's like I guess you're cocky because you're up 7-1, but
Yeah.
like after a play like that, like I want to see you get smacked down, you know, like because like it's not just the fact that he walked out of a smoke with an op. It's like there are so many angles.
You're just gonna die from
that you can like. There could be a player hut, there could be a player rafters, there could be a player mini, there could be a player events, like there was, and any one of them staring at that smoke is just gonna instantly end your life. Like, and you have an op, and like you guys barely won the round, like almost throwing away round number 9 for his team there just by a boneheaded play, getting a little too cocky. Sorry for just flaming you, Saxton, but you gotta. I mean,
hey man,
come on, man.
When a man's feeling himself, a man's feeling himself. You never get in the middle of a man's game, you know? That's what I always say. However, after the round, that's when you need to collect yourself and admit that, you know, hey, maybe I shouldn't have made that play. But really fast aggression coming out from sireaLz. Light Stout, quick headshot into Imperius, but Michu and VicX able to trade to themselves, and now that's a quick round for iNTACT. Really fast rotations coming in. That's the name of Nuke. Fast rotations, lots of kills, quick mowdowns, fast round.
Good job from Enfo, wasting no time getting up that ladder as fast as possible, doing the fast climb, and instantly swinging wide, able to find 2 players up there. He knows that time is critical, and he knows he has teammates actively fighting, so he's less likely to get picked off and probably has the space to just swing wide and starts praying and praying. And his prayers were answered. Connecting shots. Thank you, based shot CSGO Gaben God.
But we do see the economy coming into play a little bit for sireaLz. We see them lacking a little bit so far. We had Bubba. He didn't have any Molotov or smoke, only a couple flashes for him. So we do see a little bit of the kills coming out for iNTACT playing a part. So 2 quick kills for them, speaking of kills. And now we have the advantage for iNTACT. Take that back. Bubba gets Imperius quick. And now 3 versus 3 and outside full control to sireaLz. This is a huge play for terrorists. They have so much map control. And iNTACT basically just has to hit really nice shots here and able to shut these guys down.
Stylen was a quarter second from getting his head taken off as he pushed around that corner, but Saxton unpeaked, walked back up to check, and gets wrecked, son. And that is a big deal because instead of having that map control, instead of being a man up, you are now man down with very little map control. The last 2 terrorists stuck outside, trying to figure out how they can knock this house down. Michu built his house out of bricks. It stands strong. Last player with the bomb in the secret room. Will he go A or will he go B?
I think he'll probably try to rotate down to B, but iNTACT has everything pretty much closed off. Rotations really fast on Nuke, like we said before, so anyone can just rotate down through that vent, shut down that B aggression as well. But Michu, he's on only 13 HP, so actually, I mean, if Bubba plays this correctly, does actually, no 1v1s for him. Great crossfires coming out from VicX and Stylen, and able to pick up the bomb planter in the smoke.
Hold on, I need to highlight, look at the name of this AK. Christy Mack, V2.
Nice. I really like the names going on from a lot of the players we see in Intermediate in particular.
It's a pretty hardcore name for a gun.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's pretty hardcore.
Great job from iNTACT, chaining 2 in a row. And look at the economy on sireaLz, having, even though they won a 5-round string, only 2 rounds, and they are on pistols and mixed AKs. But here they go.
Fast round, headshot onto Enfo from Bubba. He's had a lot of great entries. Michu is able to trade him out. Primo finds 2 more. My God, this man's on fire. Stylen finds one. Now, 2 versus 3. Definitely possible here for iNTACT, but Lightstout, he's going to shut down any hope. Finds Stylen from the heaven position, and now Imperius only left with 1 AWP. Able to find Saxton pushing up. Saxton making a little bit too many aggressive plays, actually, so far, and almost losing a few rounds for his team. Primo able to pick up a little bit of damage onto Imperius. Imperius is actually going to go for this. He picks up the AK, and he knows that one rotated to that hut position. He's going to Molotov that off.
Oh, down to 4. Kobe.
That was filthy.
Kobe can't get the buzzer beater this time. The Lakers lose the championship. And maybe even the round. Primo, will he find the angle? He does. The headshot onto Imperius. He is 4 HP away from getting dunked out of that round and giving Imperius a 1v1. That is painfully close. I do need to also apologize for us saying Lights Out so many times. I think I might have started that. His name's Lights Out.
Is it really?
Well, it's like spelt so weird.
Oh, wow.
The capitalization.
Too many T's, man. All right, well, Lights Out.
These quick glances. Lights Out.
Yeah, Lights
sounds
Out.
way much better than Light Stout.
I mean,
nobody wants a Light Stout.
That's what I was thinking. It was kind of weird. I was like, nobody wants that. If you're wanting a stout, you want something, a little heavier.
Dark and heavy.
Nice and heavy, a little hoppy. That's what you're looking for out of a stout, not something light.
Dark and heavy, like a movie like Pan's Labyrinth.
Dark and heavy like a headshot right through the dome onto yourself for Lights Out there. Primo, headshot, trade for Imperius, but 4-3 for sireaLz. Pistols left for iNTACT. This should be a quick wrap-up as we do see them take pretty much full B control, but iNTACT isn't quick on the rotation through vents. If they're able to find one player here, they could bring it right back. 8 HP on Saxton, 48 on Bubba, but Enfo, yeah, does get the 1, so now, oh my, there's another. Primo, he goes down as well. This is a nice eco from iNTACT so far. They have intel on where one more player is, and he only has 8 HP. Now they really need to find Vox.
And Enfo, I believe, yeah, he did. He found a 3rd player doing work with his AK on the retake. Enfo with 4, going nuclear on Vox to get it. What? Wow, Enfo, fantastic job. That is a round I did not think you were going to win. And now, speed bumping back to sireaLz, resetting them, getting the defuse, saving 2 AKs, and having money in the bank. Shorty, what you drank. The buy from sireaLz, not going to be that powerful moving into this round. I mean, Nuke is such a strange map because of all these angles. Like, Enfo is just able to sort of sprint around to new angles, and it's so hard to understand what footsteps mean in this map sometimes. And you see him just opening the double doors with the player's back turn, just sprays him down. That's like, okay, that's 2. Like, cleans up a player at ramp. Oh, that's 3. And then headshot in the vents for 4.
Really good presence of mind from him, and really good presence of mind from the CTs. 2 kills for them. Primo finds Imperius as well. Trade Enfo 1 more. And now Enfo a 2nd as well from the players coming in. Mini Michu. Fast round for iNTACT. They have a lot of momentum moving in. Economy is looking great. 1 player on 9,000, 1 player close to 6. And, I mean, last round definitely could go straight into iNTACT's favor.
Yeah, let's get the, wait, are they no op? Interesting.
Maybe they don't like it on this half, man.
I think Imperius may have been saying, hey, give me the op a little bit, but now even he, with the money on the board to just straight up buy one, decides not to. I mean, that's a really mature play to admit to yourself when something's not working and make a change, and props to them. Looks like they might be able to claw their way out of this round. 6-9. That's a great way to start it. Enfo finds a headshot to Primo and 1 more on Saxton.
And Enfo has literally, I think, quadrupled his kills in the past 3 rounds, actually, from what he had before. He is going absolutely insane. And it's showing. They've been able to pick up so many rounds here and had such a huge momentum swing. And it looks like they're going to pick up a 6 for their troubles as well. Bubba, he goes down to half HP. Fox, he's super low. And now 4 versus 3. But too many players are low for sireaLz to make this round happen, I think. unless they're able to find a lot of really nice headshots, they don't even have utility to work with.
And they need to get some cheeky kills. And yeah, no smoke, gonna make it really, or no molly, make it really difficult to plant on any of these sites and not get picked by a player that's just gonna peek out of an angle. Lights out, opting to plant on the A site. He knows there's a player in the rafters. Ooh, catches him with his gun out. Maybe Imperious thought it was planted B. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but Fox coming down the vents. That's a quick one. 3v2 for the T's.
And now, looking really good for sireaLz, actually, as they find themselves in the 3 versus 2 advantage, and they know that both of these CT players are coming into mini. And now all 3 players are just going to have to look this direction, make good trades, and this should be the round to sireaLz at this point. They do find Michu, and they do find Enfo as well. Bubba finding both headshots. Amazing round for him, and we do find ourselves at the 10-5 scoreline, moving into the second half for sireaLz. What do we think we're going to see as far as iNTACT's T side coming up here in the second half?
It's definitely hard to say. I mean, I've never watched any of them play a map on Nuke before, so I can't speak to any individual tendencies, and this is also the first time I've even seen Michu and Stylen play at all. So, I mean, I did think it was interesting that this is definitely a map that confuses a lot of oppers. I know you just asked me what is going to happen in the next half. I'm just talking about.
Well,
I
mean, do we think we're going to see the op in the second half coming out from Enfo on the T side?
I mean, maybe not. Maybe he's just not comfortable with these angles. I'm not sure what it is. I've definitely heard players. I think I've heard Guardian even complain about opping on this map and says it's a little awkward. Definitely doesn't have as many of those longer open lanes like we do on some other maps. And the verticality of this map adds a different, you know, you don't have to flick horizontally as much, but you have to flick vertically. iNTACT going quick through. They're going to drop vents. This looks like a fast B.
I really like this play, but they rotated too far out of the smoke. They're not able to get down to the vent, and Bubba and Lights Out able to pick up headshots onto the iNTACT players. So heartbreaking from them as they aren't able to find their way through, but VicX knows he has to recover the bomb. Let's see if he can make something happen. This is such an important position for them. They need to find this pistol round. Otherwise, it will be so difficult to come back in, but Vox says, I'm not going to let that happen. Headshot for him. Headshot, another one for Lights Out. Michu is able to pick up one, but unfortunately, probably not going to be able to pick up the round for his troubles. Does have 4 counter-terrorist players waiting in the wakes.
That bomb, I mean, I think there was even a flashbang involved there, but you're walking through smoke anyway. There's no real excuse for that. You just need to be able to make it down the vents. He might have gotten stuck on the back of another player and sort of pushed off to the side, but I mean, that was so close to being a clean getaway down vents, fast to the B site, and then post plant, you know, within 20 seconds. But unfortunately, you know, the bomb getting dropped there and the players getting killed just makes that round pretty much impossible for iNTACT to come back in that. And now we are going to be seeing them keeping about 1,000 on each player. They want a very full buy on their first gun round of the half to try and get some momentum. Don't want to force buy too heavily into this round. Opting instead for the Deagles.
They're very strong on Nuke as we see the long angles coming outside, but iNTACT not able to find anything toward the garage area. Enfo does tag up his teammate a little bit, trying to spray through that garage door, is able to find the headshot onto Lights Out, and now 3 versus 4, make that a 3 versus 3 advantage to iNTACT now as they are able to pick up a couple of guns. They do have a smoke left as well, so let's see what they do now that they have men advantage. They do have a little bit of control. Michu pushed up all the way through vents as well. He's gonna find one more, and this could be round for iNTACT on the full, you know, just basic pistol buy.
And even little things like that, where the terrorist is able to escape with 5 HP, can make a big difference. Both of the players are up on A site, and that call is coming in. The bomb is going B very quickly, and I think we are going to end up in a retake situation. The bomb plants are great for your economy as well, and all the kills you've been getting, even some of them with SMGs. This is looking pretty nice for iNTACT. Definitely a better outcome of this round than you could have hoped for. And Primo, not exactly in a good position here.
So difficult to drop down. Michu does get the headshot, but does get shot down to 6 HP. Both of these players together having less than 20, but Vox, he's not looking too healthy himself. He only has 3. but do they know that he's only on 3 HP? They are able to get the kill. Not able to find the defuse for Vox. Great round for iNTACT. Just pistols for them to start out, and suddenly they find themselves at man advantage. They play it very well, taking the bomb all the way down to B, and post-plant looking great through the vent room and able to trade one out at the end there. Or not trade one out even, just able to double team the guy at the end there in the smoke.
That has to be such a mental relief, too, to win a round like that after losing the pistol round to just one mistake. That's huge. I mean, they're by now. They're ready to farm. They are going to be coming up against armor, so they're going to need to hit the heads with those SMGs to really get that one-shot potential coming out. The CZ can beat a MAC-10 in a spray-down war. If the MAC-10 hits the body, CZ does way more damage, in fact. And Imperious, dodging around the smoke. You see a slow play coming out from the T's, not wanting to get caught out, looking for anyone that's going to push and make that mistake.
Extremely important round for iNTACT. As we talked about, the SMGs are so difficult to kill unless you hit those players in the head when they do have the armor, especially the MAC-10. That's going to be the big one. Let's see if Vikex is able to capitalize with anything. Primo, this has been a dangerous spot, or this was a dangerous spot when they were on T side for them. They got mowed down from there so many times. Let's see if he makes any impact from there as well. But players rotating outside down through the secret. 4 terrorists. And do they make the read? It looks like they do have one player rotating down through vent. Imperious does find lights out quickly, but only 40 seconds left. iNTACT needs to capitalize on something here relatively soon.
Bomb and spawn just barely picked up by Stylen, and finally going to be making a rotation. And it is going to be an A-split. Classico. Not looking down vents. That's not what you want to do. He does survive and barely escapes. Over 5-7 fires, Enfo onto Vox. How are these players alive right now? This is one of those things that you have to shrug off as sireaLz and say, we'll get him next time, boys.
I feel like if you added up the HP from all of the players left alive on iNTACT in the past like 2-3 rounds, well, 2 rounds at this point, they've only had 3 rounds and a half, so the past 2 rounds, you would get like maybe the HP of like half of one person combined.
That's, yeah, basically.
Because like look at this, 5 HP, 3 HP, 14. Both players combined had like 18 last round. So I mean, just really tough for sireaLz. They must be thinking, you know, we do a little bit more damage and suddenly that round goes in our favor. So not too much of a worry for them. We do move into the first gun round of the half here. At least full. Actually, no, that's not true at all. They did rebuy, so they're actually going to be on a save. I forgot that they rebought the last round. They didn't full save. Excuse me there. So they are on the just the pistols, and actually nice shot for iNTACT here to clean up another round and make this 8-11.
Kind of expecting a sight stack or like an aggressive push somewhere from sireaLz, since they aren't able to really do much more than P250 against us, and this is what I'm talking about. They have a couple players, actually no, they only had the one towards the ramp room. It does get 2 kills to the P250 with no armor before getting traded. Lights out, sneaking around, isn't able to find anyone. And this is the bomb in the ramp room coming towards the B site.
Enfo's been looking like Neo dodging those P250 bullets. He keeps crouching underneath them as they go for his head. So really crazy Matrix stuff coming out for him. Michu, fast headshot, great read from him onto Saxton. B-site control for iNTACT. They're going to get the plant here. They smoke off the decon. And now only a USP and a FAMAS here for sireaLz. Really difficult retake. Probably going to choose to save the FAMAS if I'm in sireaLz's position.
Oh, yeah.
But actually don't get the chance at all. Enfo shuts down both. He has been going out of his mind the past like 6, 7, 8 rounds.
When the FAMAS doesn't save, I'm just like, Bubba.
Poor guy, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Poor guy.
You could have had way more nades, my friend. You could have done so much with your life. No kit.
And now we have
No
a
kit
scout,
coming out from
actually. He
sireaLz.
could have dropped his teammate that has a scout. It would have had 4 M4s, but unfortunately
Could have bought a kit.
wasn't able to make that. Now they have no kits and poor utility. But a little bit of a mistake there, I think, from sireaLz not making it out to save. But, you know, don't want to focus too much on it.
You might want, I mean, okay, so I'm definitely looking for them to do something more aggressive here. They don't have the utility. They are weak on some areas like the scout. I need one of these M4 players to step up, take some map control or something like that to give them some sort of advantage, because I think if they just sit back, they're going to fall to a default execute from iNTACT here. Plenty of utility on iNTACT as well. I mean, basically full. So.
And here we see a couple of flashbangs coming out, a smoke as well, but we do still have a minute left in the round. Nuke, famous for a lot of slow plays, and iNTACT seeming to favor that so far as well on their T side. We do see smokes coming out, smoking out the outside. Fox, he's going to try to find some through the smoke, not able to find any. And they are going to put one into secret, and VicX is going to find one through the squeaky door. That is such a huge pick for them. Now the CTs really have to spread, and iNTACT has phenomenal map control moving into the rest of this round. 35 seconds left.
And you see, they were toying with the idea of going B, but it looks like they're going to join up with the other players in A and split. Enfo going down to Primo, dodging around the silos, finds two. That's the third for Primo. Dodging in and out, left and right, up and down. Finally gets taken out, but there's only one terrorist left. That is Stylen. And barely able to squeak out of there with his life. He has 5 seconds left to win there. That CT just needs to run away. Thank goodness. Okay, that is...
I didn't think he was going to. It almost looked like he was going to peek there. I was so scared.
I know. It's like, that's just one of those, like, you just, like, cringe inside thinking, like, is he going to try and fight with 5 seconds left?
That looks like something we'd see in, like, one of our pugs on ESEA, you know?
Yeah,
it's like one of our teammates peeking.
This is like
one of those bad boys, you know?
D+ level ESEA.
Just
not,
horrible.
Not intermediate quality at all. But smart play made from Primo, I believe. Or was it? I can't remember. Some player on this sireaLz CT team making a smart play, playing time. Info, not able to find one. This is a fast... Ooh,
oh, that was so tough for Enfo as he was peeking out. Almost finds Primo, but Primo able to chime right back. Quick shots from him, but Vox, he's lit as well. Now, this is another gun round for sireaLz, and they've been so good so far here on their gun rounds, both on T and CT side. And Primo, he's been going nuts these past couple rounds. That's 2 kills for him. He had a 3K last round. Saxton, great positioning from him, gonna pick up Michu, and now bomb control for the CT side. 2 versus 5. Surely sireaLz has this round wrapped up.
I think they absolutely do. But Stylen has something to say about that until he dies to the op shot from Vox. And now Imperius all alone, trying to get the bomb, wrapping around this angle. I don't know if he's gonna see. He does. Gets one. Instantly traded by Bubba. Good night, sweet Imperius. That is 13-8 for sireaLz. Unfortunately, Primo is going ham on that A site. It seems like there's no recourse for trades coming in. He's just able to get a spray down and unpeak, and then just sit there and then peek out and get a spray down and unpeak, and they're just having real trouble like getting him before he gets 2 or 3 kills.
He's been playing really interesting positions actually that they haven't been doing a very good job of getting Molotovs back where he is. I mean, look at this position he's been playing. This is such an awkward position for terrorists to handle because so few utility plays can get him out of that spot. Speaking of CT plays, Saxton finds 2 on the B ramp, finds 3. CZ, Michu trades him, but amazing 3Ks coming out from him. FAMAS kill from Lightstout, and Vox, the wrap from him. Quick kills for sireaLz, but highlights there for Saxton. Amazing 2K into the CZ, even with terrorists right on his back.
The gun rounds going the way of sireaLz means that this half is getting dangerously far away from iNTACT. Shout out to Saxton there with the CZ device play, just wriggling, dodging bullets, able to pick up one more for his troubles. And that is always what you want to see for the Opper, their ability to get out of some tricky situations where that gun, you know, sometimes not being able to shoot twice is the death of you, but able to swap to the pistol and find them there, that's pretty sick.
And being able to swap to the CZ as well, it does have a really long pullout time, so really good positioning from him to recognize that he needs to get around that corner quickly, get that pistol out, great headshot, and now we move in to the 23rd round on Nuke. ESEA Intermediate Season 26. VicX, headshot onto Lights Out. That'll open up the round.
And I haven't seen iNTACT control outside with smokes early that much. Oh no, VicX gets caught. Doesn't think a player's going to be in CT. We are able to trade Bubba into the 4-on-3, and this is looking pretty good for them. They have a lot of map control too. this there's been just trades coming back and forth out of the garage there. This is just not normal areas where you see gunfights happening, but I love it. This is why Nuke can be so interesting sometimes. It's just players and places you don't expect. You have to have insane game sense to not get caught out on this map.
And now with Saxton all the way at B ramp, so much map control for iNTACT. They're going to be able to trade out Primo on the A site. He's been playing such strange positions. They find him behind the box, and now bomb does go down, and 9th round probably coming out here for iNTACT. Saxton's going to have to do something pretty insane in order to pick this up. He has been going huge, though, so we will see if he can close this out. He is pushing through the hut, but Enfo able to get him through the corner there, isn't able to find any shots at all, and 9th round for iNTACT. This game, they need to find one more round right now, find some momentum if they are going to bring this back and close this game out.
Yeah, they've got the CTs breaking their bank. This could be a nice little round string for iNTACT here. A couple players on really crappy buys on the CT side, which is not what you want on Nuke. What angles do you hold with these inferior weapons? Your Opper, oh, Lights Out actually taking the Op, and Saxton going for the MP9. So we will see what we are going to see.
Vic-X, crucial whiff there as he pushes out through the squeaky door. You would wish that he would find Bubba there, but he is shot down by Primo in his prime. Poor lad. Isn't able to find anything. But for him, he does have 4 more teammates, and sireaLz buy is still poor. So we'll see if iNTACT can find anything more. They are opting to take control of outside. Let's see if they push through secret.
Oh, that is an unfortunate shoulder peek that does get punished from Lights Out. Doing work outside. I like this slightly late outside control, but instead of using those smokes to get down secret, they just kind of lose all these gunfights and get traded. I'm a little confused as to why the terrorists didn't get down secret and take advantage of those smokes that they set up outside. If you're not going to put a player into secret with those smokes, I have to ask, like, what's the use of even throwing them? Because, like, you're kind of cutting yourself off for from an A split too. It seems like it wasn't a great plan for iNTACT, and now they are going to be facing map point. They do not have the guns to really make a college try in this even.
They do have a bit of utility though, so they can make one solid take here. And let's see if they can make the reads. Primo switching it up, playing from upper. He's been doing such a good job changing up his position and catching iNTACT off guard as they push into the site. But honestly, I feel like iNTACT needs to take control of outside and actually use it. So far, we've seen them establish a little bit of outside control and do absolutely nothing with it. Just like you said, they don't push down secret. That time that they got into garage, they put those 2 players into garage. They were able to push 2 CTs right out of outside, get 2 quick kills, and take full map control. Really easy round for them. But now, as they just try to make their push into the A site, they just get mowed down by Vox. Imperious able to trade one out. Bubba, he's able to get one as well. And now Saxton alone in control room by himself with an AWP.
Primo, the monster of the A site, holding it down from heaven. The iNTACT players both do have guns now. Imperious finding the op, which I know he is fairly comfortable with. So this is not over and out, but this is a hard decision to make, and it looks like they're making the decision to go to ramp rather than try to push onto the A site with all of those angles and not enough smokes and Molotovs to really make a full execute happen. They're going to be running into the op, though.
First contact will be to Saxton here. That will be, yes, with the AWP. He's going to find one. Stylen finds the headshot. He's going to have control of bomb. He's going to be able to find the plant. Now, 1 versus 2 scenario. He knows that one is in decon. He doesn't quite get sprayed down through the smoke. Wow. He almost was found there, but now he has an opportunity as he finds his way into the decon room. Let's see if the counter-terrorists even expect this. They do have one at ramp. Primo does see him pushing through. The defuse comes out, and sireaLz will take the 5th map of ESEA Season 26 Intermediate. Amazing job to them. Phenomenal plays coming out on the T side, and their CT not looking too poor as well.
Yeah, GG. Okay, so let's talk about that. So on the CT side, they definitely got out to a pretty slow start. Lost pistol, I believe, and terrorists were able to make some big round chains. There were a couple force buys that went either way, I believe. And ultimately, I mean, it's a little bit strange. It makes me feel weird to see Enfo like opting not to use the op. I don't think that's a good op.
I don't know if that's like a nuke thing, or I mean, honestly, like Imperius on Cobble, we saw like Imperius start to pick up the AWP as well, which I don't know. I mean, Enfo is the main opper, so I mean, we would hope to pick up, but honestly, I don't like opping on nuke either on either side.
I love it.
I mean, but I kind of understand, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just, it kind of hints at something that there's not something comfortable going on, because I saw him pick it up earlier on the CT side, right? And like, I do like the fact that you're making adjustments, but maybe this team is just not that experienced on nuke yet.
Sure.
And I saw pretty big mistakes coming out from both sides. I know when it was 1-7 and like Saxton pushed out of the smoke and got like instantly killed. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think that's a play that should ever be made in any level of play.
Sure.
Like, especially like that angle at that time, just like so wrong when you're up men. Anyway, I can go on about that, how bad that was for days. And so it's like little things like that. And I believe they lost that round because VicX couldn't get the defuse in time. He didn't have a kit.
Right.
And he was like a quarter second from being able to tap it and
right.
get on and win that round. And it's like,
I mean, honestly, I think the big thing for me for iNTACT was they need to have more presence on Terra's side. The big things that I think were lacking were outside control. On the rounds that we saw them get outside control, they won those rounds pretty handily when they did that. And I mean, just basic things like map control was where they really suffered. You know, when they would take control of one side of the map, they would often leave control on the other side of the map. And because of that, you know, Relentless, or excuse me, are we at Relentless still? I can't even remember the team they just played. sireaLz, there we are. sireaLz was able to get a lot of information off of hearing those rotations, off of knowing the iNTACT didn't push anybody through outside. They were able to just, you know, get those spray downs when iNTACT threw those outside smokes and tried to trade out kills. And that, for me, was what they were lacking on T side.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And the only thing I think I may add on to that is like, it seems like their executes were a little bit weak. I didn't see any of those A site takes where they were like 3 Molotovs through skylights and
like smokes through mini and on the heaven.
Yeah, and that's why Primo from behind the A site, those silos and the angles that he was playing was able to find so many like 2 and 3Ks was because like there weren't like trade pushes coming in. It was like,
and that's an easy flash spot through the skylights too. I mean, the middle of sight is like, I mean, that should basically get flashed all the time.
So we definitely need some fine tuning coming out from iNTACT
Sure.
if they want to be able to pick up the second nuke match of the
Do we have a second nuke map?
Yes.
Actually, I thought that there was only one, so that's actually really good.
Let's talk about this.
One more.
Follow me on Twitter, because I don't know if we're going to be able to do this one live or if we're going to have to do a VOD for this one too. The next match is Sunday, this Sunday at 6 p.m. PST.
I could probably do that, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that too.
Yeah.
And like I said, so follow me on Twitter at HawpT tweets, HawpT_tweets. It's on the video, so you should.
It's been there. Mine has been there too.
They're linked below.
_Savage. Follow us both, and make sure to check out more iNTACT. Follow them on Twitter at iNTACTGG as well. So check them out. Check out their sponsors, Rogue Energy, all that kind of good stuff. And check us out next time. I think probably Sunday.
Yeah, we'll hope to see you then, guys. Until next time, that's us signing off. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.